Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the look that you saw in my previous video, and it's with the Morphe M518 Greek Goddess, his holiday limited edition collection. So yeah, if you're ready to catch this look, then keep on watching. First we are going to prime the lids, and I am using my Morphe eyelid primer, and it's translucent. They only have one shade. I use my fingers instead of a brush just because I like to feel where I'm distributing the product. If I were using like a concealer or a thicker one, then I would probably use the brush, but my fingers do just fine. Cool. So we are set and ready to go. Now that our eyelids are primed, I'm going to be taking the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray, and I like to go in with setting spray sometimes before as my primer. It just helps everything stick to my face and really soak in, and then I'll once again set it at the end. Using my new Jeffree Star mirror. I really should consider getting one of those little handheld fans though. Alright, now that that's dry, we're going to go ahead and do our brows. I am going to do them real quick and I will be right back. Alright, now that we've got our brows on and they're nice and clean and carved out, we're going to go ahead and get started on the eyeshadow. Right off the bat, this packaging is literally everything. This is the palette. This is what it looks like. And I already know that today I want to play with like that blue color. It is called Nemesis, and then we'll just play from there. I do have his first palette, Life's a Drag, and it is really good. The colors blend super nice. They're super pigmented. The only thing I will say is, like, I have swatched all of these already. When you feel them, some are super creamy, and then some are like more chalky, but they're still blendable and still pigmented, so it's fine. We're also going to be using his highlighting palette from the Greek Goddess collection. It's the same packaging, just white. These are the highlighting pans. You do get mirrors in both packages, and the pans are literally like so big. I love them. I'm going to be going in with this large fluffy blending brush with the Morphe JH30. Super fluffy. And I'm going to be taking the shade Hestia. I think that's how you say it. It's this first shade right here, and I'm going to be placing that all over my lid for a nice like even skin tone, so that everything else on top of it is just super blended. Now that we've got that blended, we are going to go in and take Clio in my transition. It's this shade right here in the second row, the second one right here. It's a very like pale pink taupey mauve. I'm going to be taking that on a Morphe M518, just a fluffy blending brush. Not too fluffy like the first one. It's more dense and compact. And I'm just gonna lay that in the crease and just blend. I'm also gonna take that down into the outer corner, just because whenever I do my transition shade, I like to like wrap it around the outer corner so that everything is hugging together. This is a pretty shade actually. I feel like it's versatile too. I am going to take Persephone, which is the third one in on the bottom row. It's a brownish, I would say, like a light brown. Okay, I'm gonna take this next color on this brush. It is stained right now, but it is clean. It's the Morphe JH33. Yes, we're going to take Persephone, and we are going to be placing that on the outer corner, and we're going to just pack and dab it, and then we'll get to blending. And then I'm going to dip back in, and I'm going to put it on the inner corner. We're going to do the exact same thing, taking Persephone on the other eye, starting on the outer corner. This is what, it's not terrible because I like, once I have fallout, I like to pick up that pigment that has fallen out. But we do have a little bit. I mean, you can't really tell too bad, but next I am going to be taking that shade Nemesis. It's the blue one that I wanted to go in with. And we're going to be taking that and packing that on with this Morphe JH42. It's a really, really tiny, flat packing brush. So we're just going to load her up with no spray, nothing first, just see how it performs. So, I mean, it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this Dewy mist, the next one that I used in the beginning, on this brush, and then go back in. I am gonna go in with my finger really quickly, just to see how that works too. The finger is doing a decent job. I think my favorite for the pigment I'm wanting, giving it a little spritz, and then going back in to pack that on. Okay, cool. Now taking the JH33 again, the one that we used for the inner and outer corner, and we are just going to be working and blending this out. Starting off with a little bit as we go in. Going back in with the JH33, I'm going to be going and taking the shade Calliope. It's a super, super dark chocolatey color. And I'm going to put that over top of Persephone and then hopefully help this blending situation. Going on the inner corner as well. And then very lightly, we're going to be connecting over top. Try keeping this as low as possible because it is going to be smoky, and if you take it up too high, it will just turn into this black eye mess. Now that we have that, I am going to be doing the exact same thing on the other side. I know this looks crazy. We are going to blend out like all the harsh lines and everything after. And we will be right back. Alright, I'm pretty happy with how this is blending out. The only concern is this blue shade that I just really, really want to be more blendy. I'm going to try going in again and try to blend out the edges of it and see where that gets us. We're getting better, I feel like. This color is just taking a lot more than I hoped. Once again, taking the bigger sister version of that brush, the JH36, dipping back into Clio, and I am going to blend away up here. Just making sure everything has melted together. I mean, it looks good, but it could be so much better. Might have to go over it. Probably gonna have to put something over the center of this blue and blend that out because it's not actually how I wanted it to look. It's really hard to get it to the state that it is in currently, so I don't really want to mess with it any more than I already have. Okay, everything's pretty blended out. I am going to go ahead and go into starting the face now. When we go in with foundation, I am currently using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Porcelain. I am liking it, but it does dry down fast. Like, I will take it and I will take the spatula and stripe it on my face, and I will have to do section by section by section. Otherwise, like, I can't dab it all over and do it, because then it'll dry and you'll be able to like literally see the stripes on my face, which is fine. You just have to work quickly. I'm pretty generous with the amount that I do, and I'm going to go in with my Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge. It is blendable, so it's not like it's the worst thing, but it's most certainly not the best. But for $5 or $6, who's complaining? So as you can already tell, under this eye is creasing already. Also, if you're curious, I have really large pores. This foundation does not cover that up. For the price, it does the job. Okay, cool. Because I am going so beat today, and I'm looking for a super full coverage kind of thing. I don't usually conceal, but we're going to today. Taking the Tarte, I almost said Shart, Tarte Shape Tape again. Spritzing this again, and then let's blend this out. Okay, now we're going to quickly go ahead and set so I don't crease. I'm going to spritz this really quick. I like to use my Morphe sponge because of the flat edge. We are going to go ahead and set that under eye. The Laura Mercier translucent powder is what I'm using to set right now, and it is one of my favorites. I have combo skin, but I get so oily throughout the day in my T-zone, and if I don't set the T-zone, my makeup will break off or break up throughout the day, and it's not cute. So here's my thing with concealer. Like, I literally don't conceal because I just think it's an extra step that I don't want to take, and I feel like after going in with all of my powders, what's the point? Like, I concealed today right now, and I'm like, damn girl, you should conceal more often. You're probably like, yeah, Mina, welcome to the club. I will set the T-zone like I just have, plus my under eye with the setting sponge to really soak it up. And then I will take my big fluffy brush, the Jaclyn Hill JH01, and I will just press first, then dust all over the rest of the face. Amazing. Now that we are looking ghostly white and milky as ever, we are going to bronze. I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. Cool. Now that we are bronzed, we are going to go ahead and take our Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and I'm going to take the contour shade with the JH05, and I'm going to do some light contouring. I don't like to go too far into the cheekbone, like all the way down by the mouth, just because then it could get a little muddy. So I keep it back here by the hairline, and I like the way that looks best. I will bring it down a little bit, just so that it has a nice blend. And then once I put my blush on, it will all blend seamlessly together, and I blend it all into each other. We're just gonna warm up the nose a bit. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to take this brush. It's like a tapered under eye setting powder kind of brush. The JH07, and we're going to take that light shade in that Wet n Wild contour set, press that into the under eye thing. So far we're looking pretty good, actually. I will put this all over my nose as another powder to help keep the oils controlled. Cool. So there's that. Next, I am going to be taking the same brush with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Ethereal Light. I believe it's the lightest shade, and we're just going to take this and dust it on all, literally the exact same places that we just put that other powder. I know Jaclyn Hill likes this powder a lot. I know she does this technique where she'll dust it on the high points. Oh, it makes such a difference. I highly recommend. Now that we're done with that, we are going to go in with blush. I'm going to go in with my Nars Orgasm brush. Blush, not blush. Taking the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH06. And this has like a nice sheen to it. There's got like a shimmer in it, which I wouldn't typically use pink for this eye look. I would go in with more of a peachy shade, but I feel like the gold in this would be pretty. Then I will take my brush that we just used all those powders with, soften that up again with that powder. Sweet deal. Now we're going to go in with highlighter, and we are going to use these highlights. I'm thinking I'm going to use not Harpy, because it does have, this first color has like a very pink shift to it, and I don't want to do that today. So I think we're going to go in with Muse and Medusa and mix those two together. It's the two center ones. Do you see this? I'm shook. Ooh, pretty. I like this color combo a lot. And then I'm just taking the blush brush, taking whatever is on it and just blending the highlight and the blush together. And then just to blend the highlight that I put over here, I'll take my bronzer brush and just go back over that. I am going to go ahead and spray my face really quickly again. I think I'm gonna go in with, I don't really know. I've got I Do Not Care and Sexy and I Know It. There's the ones. There's a glare kind of. There, that's better. And then these are the I Do Not Care. I'm gonna go in with the donut ones. Those look cute. I'm going to coat my lashes real quick with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. My lashes are naturally curled up to Jesus, thank God. So we are not going to be using a curler. Now that it's gotten tacky, we're going to go ahead and place her. I will go over top and place them on top and then adjust from there. These are cute. Alright, I'm back. I went ahead and put on my other lash off of camera. I went and added my lower lash line. I went in with the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Crayon in Earthquake, just a deep chocolate brown in the waterline, and I blended that out with exactly the same shades that I did on the lid on the lash line. And I also did my lips, and for my lips today, I am wearing Manny MUA's Lunar Beauty Zaya liquid lipstick with his gloss topped over it in the shade Selene. The formula is super nice, super wearable. The scent is kind of strong for me. It's like super sweet, but it doesn't bother me. Once it's on, it's good. So this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching my first tutorial with you guys. I had so much fun creating it, so much fun trying out Manny's holiday collection. I'm going to for sure use it. I hope you give it a nice thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you'd like to see next. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace and blessings.